The roar of the crowd echoed around us, stubborn and unyielding, as she slowly pulled her hand away. The ring, our ring, caught the light, glinting between my fingertips like a shard of something broken. Her laugh sliced through the air, sharp and mocking, ringing louder than my unshed tears. "Did you really think I'd say yes?" she said, her voice clear and cruel, carrying to the cameras now circling like vultures. I stood frozen, surrounded by noise and yet consumed by a silence more deafening than anything outside. "I don't recall how I stumbled off that rooftop," she continued, eyes glitter with a mix of pity and poison. "What stays with me is a hollow quiet in my mind, the weight of stranger stares as I became the punchline to a joke I never knew I was in. That night," she said, "she bled alone. First her pride, then her hope. But what she didn't say, what she couldn't say, is what I bled. For 3 years, we were tethered by something I thought was love. We shared a home, whispered dreams into each other's skin in the dark, and drew futures over morning coffee like they were maps we would one day follow. I poured every piece of myself into her ambitions. I built her wellness brand from the ground up. I designed her website, streamlined her systems, crafted her message. While she became a face adored online, I was the silent architect of her empire. I believed we were creating something timeless. But all the while, she was stacking her kingdom on my spine. The signs were there, of course. Her smile in photos began to stiffen. Her eyes no longer met mine. She dressed for an audience I wasn't part of. Her nights out became business meetings she never discussed. Her passwords changed like the seasons, and her phone always angled just out of reach. When I voiced my unease, she called me insecure, paranoid. She kissed me softly, lied even softer, and disappeared again behind locked doors and rehearsed excuses. I saw it all. I just couldn't let myself believe it. Couldn't accept that the woman I loved valued my skills more than my soul. Then I found the message. He's going to propose soon. Don't laugh when he does. Wait for the cameras. Sent to her best friend, along with a photo of the ring. My ring. The one I chose after weeks of searching. The one I thought would be a symbol of forever. I didn't confront her. Not then. I saved the message, sealed my heartbreak, and forced a smile that didn't quite reach my eyes. People think revenge is loud, flaming, destructive, explosive. But it isn't. Not the kind that changes lives. Real revenge is quiet, patient, precision-carved, and ice-cold. I started with the one place she never looked. The foundation. The business she flaunted was mine by design, literally and legally. The LLC? In my name. Supplier contracts? Me. Distribution rights? Also me. Every brick she'd used to build her brand rested on my hands. So I waited. I planted seeds of exit, backdoors in the code, kill switches, buried redirects. I made calls, quiet ones, calculated ones. 3 months later, on the night of her biggest product launch, her empire crumbled in real time. The website crashed. Orders vanished. Her payment processor flagged her for fraud. She was trending, but not the way she used to. She called me that night. I let it ring. 2 days later, she showed up, hair unbrushed, face bare, the armor of her confidence cracked. She stood on my porch like a ghost. "I messed up," she said, voice fraying at the edges. "I need you." "No," I replied calmly. "You need what I built, and it's gone." She cried, but not for me. She mourned her loss, not the love she had forsaken, but the status that came with it. "Can we talk?" she pleaded. "We are," I said. "I was foolish," she whispered. "I was scared." "You were selfish," I corrected. "And you were cruel." She begged. She promised. But I just looked at her, really looked, like a puzzle I'd already solved. "I already fixed it," I said. I took back what was mine. I had rebranded everything under a new name. Partnered with someone who respected the work, the vision, and me. I didn't destroy her. I simply withdrew my support. And without that foundation, her world collapsed. Her followers drifted. Her sponsors pulled out. Her accounts froze. She hadn't lost everything because I hurt her. She lost it because she assumed I never would. A week later, she asked to meet. I agreed. A final chapter. We met at a downtown cafe, the same one where we landed her first investor. She arrived dressed like nothing had happened, all designer armor and polished charm. But I didn't play along. I slid a folder across the table. Inside, dissolution papers, ownership transfers, and a copy of her mocking text about the ring. Her hands trembled. What is this? This, I said, my voice low and steady, is where I stopped letting you play the victim. She tried to laugh, tried to summon that old spark, but it died in her throat. You can't do this, she said, panic rising. I already have. She raised her voice, hoping to draw attention. You love me. I leaned in, meeting her eyes with the kind of calm that only comes after fire. I did. Enough to give you everything. I stood, buttoning my coat. Now I loved myself enough to take it all back. Her coffee spilled as she stood too fast. You're cruel, she choked out, eyes glossy, voice shaking. No, I said softly. I just stopped giving my heart to someone who saw it as a trap. Last week, she texted again. Said she was staying with her sister. Said she was lost, jobless, broken. Asked if we could talk. I didn't reply. Forgiveness isn't owed simply because someone regrets the consequences of their choices. I don't regret loving her, only that I gave that love to someone who mistook it for weakness. I'm not broken. I'm reforged, sharper, smarter, untouchable, because betrayal doesn't ruin you. It remakes you if you let it